Today is going to be more about the processing, what I do to the beats, usually before I release them. We're going to make everything louder. I'm going to show you guys how I master the beats too. Okay, 1/6 progression in the minor, D sharp. I like to put the 808 just above 0 dB. Got the clipper here too on the drum bus. Freak. Let's go. Let's see what this does. It's freaky for sure. You see this? I like. I feel like we can get something more interesting. I like this. I'm gonna put my own preset on the snare, do harmonizer. That's another thing that I do when I'm about to release a beat. I take stuff out. What I'm doing here is, this is the chorus, this is the verse, 12 bars, this is the chorus, and then I'm kind of doing a bridge, which is just like a verse, a shorter verse after, to not make the beat too long. Open hats were a bit too much. So I like to render everything at 24 bits because let's say if I play with them now, which we're gonna try, like pitch them up or down, the quality stays there. I mean, it doesn't really matter that much, honestly. Like these days I realize like beats that are too polished, they're like almost too much for rappers. It's just like videos too, you know, like if the video production looks too polished, it's like people don't really they don't connect with you anymore, you know. So that's what I'm doing these casual videos and just talking to you guys, like if you know we're friends. Okay, so you see if I pitch it down, let's see if I pitch down this flute. See this, make unique. Put it down. I'll show you how I make my beats loud, because I used to use Lander, but not anymore. Not anymore, because Lander kind of tames your lows and makes everything the volume on the same level. But I really want those lows to hit harder than anything in the beat. And you know, it's a beat at the end of the day. It doesn't need to be mastered like a song. Okay, and then I'm gonna go transient, put this at -5 and the peak at -1, just so it doesn't create some what's it called? I think it's oversampling issues. So you just put it at -0.1 dB. Just let it ring, you know? Play a bit with the tempo to figure out to make sure this is the right tempo for this beat at the end. I always do that because sometimes it just changes everything. Should probably like freestyle a bit at the end just to like make sure there's nothing kind of like clashing with your words, you know, if you're even talking. The last thing I'm gonna do is just test it on the MacBook speakers, and if it's good there, it's good on my headphones, on the loudspeakers, then it's good to go, guys.